Aloha, everyone. Welcome to Java. Thank you so much for being here with me again. And happy Wednesday. So today is November 15th, 2023. So, first, to start off with, my apologies, but the MMRI does not seem to be working at the moment. So, we're going to go back to what we used to do in the old days, basically, before it, and look at the relative strength of the dollar as well as the 10-year yield. So, at the moment, it looks like the two are increasing, although they're well below the levels that the market seems to hate. So, yesterday, with the cool inflation numbers, the markets rallied. And basically, what's going on is they think that the Federal Reserve is going to pivot. And that means that not just slow their rate hikes, but actually cuts in May. So the sentiment right now is still continuing on that positive. Markets are feeling bolstered. And today we're getting the producer price index. So it's more inflation data that's due. And I expect the same reaction if the numbers come in low. The market will price in further those rate cuts. If it's high, they could possibly correct and go red. So at the moment, we're looking at volatility is down. Oil is under a bit of pressure. Gold is surprisingly going up. I think it's because they're expecting the currency weakening. It is good for gold. So we are still in the selection cycle for the elections next year and still have the December 8th buyback on our calendar. So with our calendar of what's going on, we've got the PPI expected prior to the market open. And then I've also got in tomorrow's data that's coming in because we're getting jobless claims, and those are also prior to the market open. And this is so you can remember this and position portfolios if you're into swing trades. So with today in the markets, I'm expecting probably, depending on those numbers, a bit of continuation. There is a bit more green side for the market. They could continue and some volatility, definitely. These are managed markets, and I expect them, if it runs too much, they will come in and basically kind of pop that bubble for the day. So if you're a day trader, you'll be loving it. So with the retail jobs and economy, everyone's really watching uh, this summit that is going on in San Francisco between Xi and President of the US. They're also going to be discussing military as well as the economic issues that are going on. So, right now, we are in the midst of currency war as well as possible real war because of what is going on with Taiwan as well as Philippines down in the seas there and trade. So, everyone's kind of watching what's going on with that. We're getting actual recommendations now for a while. We've been talking about taking our cash and putting it into commodities as well as gold and silver, physical gold and silver that you can hold. And now we're getting professional recommendations for that as well. So, got another story that's coming out. The US Postal Service is reporting that they're having a $6.5 billion net loss for the fiscal year. So, this comes out of tax dollars, basically, that they got their own subsect. And I have a question. They're suffering the net loss, so what do you think the effect would be on postal stamps and service costs for the following year? It's going to increase them. So basically, when these things happen, it's inflationary. So I'm still expecting we're going to see mass inflation on the horizon. I think we're currently in a deflationary phase. It will continue, but not financial advice. But I think we're in the recession, depression. They're just not admitting it. We've got the European Commission lowering their growth outlook. They're talking about their economy has lost momentum, so they're kind of admitting it. We are getting earnings from Target today, and that will kind of give a little bit of an eye into retail. And this is right before holidays, so they're all kind of holding on to the holidays to bolster their sales. We'll see what happens. So I'd like to move over into a different sector at the moment. And even though it's from JP Morgan, it's not actually about the banks. It's about the coin transactions they're talking about using because we're moving into the cryptocurrency. But this is not necessarily cryptocurrency, it's digital payment systems. So when they say this, they're kind of merging the language again. And basically, we've got India and Thailand setting up their digital payment systems link. Once all of the banks get these in order, then basically they can link them up. So JP Morgan, the one saying forever that they would not be looking at digital currencies, now using them. We've got the head of the IMF, International Monetary Fund, now coming out publicly saying CBDCs can replace cash and help financial inclusion. So this is Kristalina Georgieva coming out and saying this directly, saying that the public sector should keep preparing to deploy the CBDCs. And what I would like to bring out a little bit more, because they're saying the quiet part out loud, but it's not getting attention. This can help financial inclusion. So what does that mean? Basically, spreading it out, taking from the middle class again, and redistribution. So very communistic, will come with a lot of control. We know this, but you're not going to be able to stop it. We don't necessarily have to use it or accept it, though. So they're pushing this and they're really trying to get it over the adoption part. And as I said before, what they're going to do is basically use the public services, put them on this coin. The Unicoin they've already talked about coming out. So they are serving up CBDCs with a healthy dose of control. So just a couple of lava updates. We are still having actually lava, real volcanic activity going on. One in Iceland erupting. And we've got Japan, Russia, and Mexico all have active volcanoes now. Mount Etna started spewing volcanic lava as well. They have some beautiful pictures from that we were talking about, the Ring of Fire. So I think this is going to continue to get uh, little more news coming forward. We'll see how it affects things. So with that, I wish you all a great trading day, just a wonderful day in general, of course. And until I see you again, my friends, stay free.